You're watching Utah's #1 news channel. This is 2 News at noon. This is a developing story on 2 News.
Good afternoon. We do begin with developing news out of West Valley City, where police found a 12-year-old girl dead.
It started before 2 o'clock this morning with a missing person case. We have live team coverage this noon hour. We have Dan Rascon talking to the community as they react to the tragic news of a 12-year-old girl being killed.
But first we go to Jeremy Harris. He's been on the scene since early this morning when this all started to unfold. They're getting ready to have a news conference with the West Valley City Police Chief. In fact, I think they're getting ready to start right now. Let's listen in.
Thank you. I just wanted to give an update on the investigation with the missing 12-year-old that was found deceased this morning. Our investigation has continued, and I wanted to give a little bit more information. We did clarify with the family that this young girl did leave with an individual that was unknown to the family around midnight. Subsequent to that, obviously, we know the mother became concerned when the daughter did not immediately return. Began a search of the area, encountered a couple of our officers, notified the officers of the missing child. An investigation was started and a search subsequently proceeded from there. Ultimately, several hours later, we did locate what we believe is the 12-year-old female, and the investigation has continued from that point with us canvassing through the neighborhoods. We have received some additional leads and information that has led us to a person of interest. That person of interest is in custody at this moment and being interviewed. It's important to say here, we're not saying that we have the suspect or the suspects, but we do have an individual that we've focused in on. That person is being interviewed by the police department.
Can you tell us anything about this person?
No, I can't go into that right now.
Is this related to the search warrant being served at the house near theirs?
I can't comment further on that.
How is that house related? We have a house over on Odell Drive where detectives are executing a search warrant that they say is connected to this case.
Yes, that is correct. We are continuing our investigation. We do have that individual that I said is a person of interest, and we're exploring all of the leads that are developing from that.
Adult or juvenile?
Live there.
I can't confirm that.
Is this an adult person of interest, juvenile person of interest, male, female?
I can't confirm that at this point either.
Do we know why she left with this person?
There was a statement that was made that enticed her to come out. I can't get into the particulars of that at this moment.
You say that it was unknown to the family. Is there any indication of the relationship between the girl and this person that she left with?
We've not made a definitive connection that there was a known relationship.
But she was enticed to come out?
There was a dialogue at which she agreed to go outside, yes.
Is that why you're looking at her cell phone and stuff too?
And we're exploring every lead here. And once again, we're recognizing that while we have a person of interest in custody that we're interviewing, we're not saying that this is the suspect. We don't want the community to think that this crisis is over at this point, but we want to provide information as we can.
Did the parents say why they let her leave with this person?
No.
But they knew she was leaving at midnight.
Yes.
Is that the same person that you're questioning right now?
That we don't know.
Are the parents facing any consequences for this decision?
No, and that's something that's important here. This isn't about parenting. What we are investigating is the death of a 12-year-old girl, and we need to stay focused on that.
Do you think that she died where you found her?
I strongly believe so, yes.
Do we know what happened? I know you probably might not be able to tell all of the details, but what can you tell us about what happened to this girl?
Well, we certainly know that something happened based on evidence at the scene. There is some evidence of trauma that occurred. Some latent evidence from that is present at the scene, and our forensic team is continuing with that processing.
But you don't believe that this was an accident? This was not an accident?
I have no idea. I'd be speculating to answer that.
So it's the accident is still a possibility at this point on how she died.
Right. Anything's a possibility. That's why we continued the investigation. Hopefully we'll be able to quickly narrow that gap and have a full understanding of what occurred.
Have you been able to determine if she was a victim of sexual assault?
No, we have not been able to determine that yet.
So it sounds like there are two scenes out in that field. One is being called a crime scene, and then where her body was found. Can you give any more additional details about the first crime scene in the field?
Well, it kind of is what we're describing it as. Is we believe that there was a point where an altercation took place, and then, as you've already indicated, there's a location where she was ultimately left.
So you believe that there was a fight? She may have fought back.
That I don't know if there was any kind of a fight or a struggle.
Have person of interest in custody, is it an adult? Is it a juvenile?
I can't confirm that right now.
Is this person who is being questioned known to police? Does she have any kind of record?
He was not on our radar, but what had happened is from the developing interviews that we've had through the community, we have been able to identify somebody and move in that direction. But I can't say at this point that he was known to us.
What was the understanding from the parents to allow their child, their 12-year-old, to leave the house at midnight with this person? Was she going somewhere and then going to be coming back? What was the understanding?
I don't have a full account of what that dialogue was, but well, my understanding is that she had willingly left, and I think the family became concerned when she didn't immediately return.
Was their intent to go to the 7-Eleven? Because why would the mom go to the 7-Eleven to ask for help?
I'm only speculating Mom started looking for her daughter when she didn't immediately return.
Do you have witnesses that placed these two people together?
No, not at this moment.
Then why are you looking at him, or how did you come to be aware of this person and his connection?
From some information we developed through our neighborhood canvassing.
Anything else you can tell us, Chief?
I think that's pretty much it. As soon as more information develops, I certainly will be proactive in bringing you all together and making sure that you have the latest information related to this. Thank you very much.
Chief, if you'll stick around for a second, Marcos is
Okay,
going to need to
you
talk
just
to
heard
you.
from Chief Lee.
Marcos, this developed a lot of...
All right, the police chief, West Valley City, just wrapping up that news conference, and the main information we got out of that is they are at the police station interviewing a person of interest, possibly with information on the death of that 12-year-old girl.
Again, the first filed as a missing person. The search was on for the 12-year-old girl they were looking for, and then they did find her body. Jeremy Harris has been out at the scene all morning long, and Jeremy, that kind of lays things out from the chief.
Yeah, absolutely, Mary. The fact that they have somebody at least that they are questioning is a huge development in this story, because that really has been the key question this entire morning is, who did she leave the house with, and did she go willingly? Did the parents know that she was leaving? That has been the question we've been asking police all morning, and now it seems that we've gotten at least some sort of an answer that yes, she did leave the house. She was told to come out of the house, and she did that. Now, as to whether or not this person is a suspect, like you heard the chief just say, they're not saying that at this point. They say they are still looking, and in the words of Chief Russo, he said, quote, "This crisis is not over yet." But certainly this has been going on all morning, and lots of details here in this case.
We had a mother that approached two of our officers indicating that her daughter was missing.
A mother looking for her 12-year-old daughter pleads for help from police to find her missing girl.
From that point, officers sent out the alert, and they started a search of the immediate area surrounding this girl's home in the 7-Eleven area.
After tracking the girl's cell phone, the officers came to this wooded area a few blocks from the girl's home.
They narrowed their search down to this area where they discovered what appeared to be a crime scene, and not too far from that crime scene is where they discovered the girl's body.
The body, police say, had signs of trauma, and they immediately suspected foul play.
We want to do the most thorough investigation possible. We have a very serious crime here. We have a very serious situation.
Investigators remained on scene all Friday morning trying to figure out who is responsible for the shocking death of the young girl.
We'll also be going through the neighborhoods, canvassing the neighborhoods, talking to people. We want to know if you heard anything, if you saw anything. These bits of information are critical to us.
Yeah, so right now, West Valley City Police is serving search warrants in connection to this case. We're not being told exactly what those search warrants have to do with this case, but we do have a crew on the way or at that scene right now where they are serving those search warrants. So lots of developments still to come in this story, and at least for right now, they are questioning somebody. Ron and Mary, back to you guys.
Yeah, it looks like they're making progress in the case.
Okay, great job, Jeremy. Just still so many questions, though, and
Yeah.
have to piece it all together. Okay, on the other end, we have Dan Rascone in the neighborhood where the girl lived.
Yeah, so Dan, what are people in the neighborhood saying? They've got to be really concerned about this tragedy in their neighborhood.
Yeah, Ron and Mary, as you might imagine, just a state of shock here in this neighborhood. Everybody obviously very surprised about something like this happening right here. You know, many of these folks, though, didn't even know it was happening until they woke up this morning, kind of started to hear some news reports. They thought, oh man, this is a 12-year-old girl, went missing and now she's dead. And then all of a sudden they come outside and they see a cop car outside this house and they realize this happened right here.
It's very shocking. Like, it's crazy that something happened that close to home.
It's horrible. never believe it's such a quiet neighborhood.
A West Valley neighborhood in disbelief over the murder of a 12-year-old girl. A girl who lives here at this home now being watched over by a single police car. On the front door is a sign asking that the media respect their privacy. According to neighbors, the family moved in less than a year ago and kept to themselves. The 12-year-old was often seen walking up and down the street with her sister. She seemed happy and kind, but everyone we spoke with didn't know her personally. Even these teenage girls who live just a few houses away say they never got to know her, but her murder has now changed them.
Definitely be more aware and like careful, have my eyes open a lot. It's just so scary and like shocking that it would happen like so close to home, and I'm just gonna be like more like protective and not like, I guess, go out late by myself.
Yeah, so a lot of shocked neighbors right now, but again, this family not very well known, even this girl not very well known. We'll have more coming up on 2 News at 12:30. Ron, Mary, back to you.
All right, Dan, probably even more information at that time.
Yeah. We're going to take a break and be right back.